of the program edition. All right, straight will begin. Countries to be for the AFCON. Counterpart Ghana. Caution that a discussion that we should get sister country. Initially, it was countries.
I'm not trying. So I don't work federations was like host African Cup of to hold this tournament. That is why CAF are standing on their own too. Let's go. Yeah, fast what is the imagine Chamaka Stadium in Port Harcourt. The spreading. To hold the Africa this is
Very well. And one thing that a lot of things. So exactly because
transportation network.
Economic activity.
There are a lot for Nigerian artists.
Trade today
in terms of 2 years ago. Nation, who hosted the after we hosted
Host, so I all alone. And encouragement for the NFF as players of the World Cup bronze medalist Flamingos arrived, the country. The minister made the pledge when he hosted the players and officials at the Moshood Abiola Stadium. He said, "We commend you for the way you performed without fear and held up the flag to win a historic bronze for our country in this competition. I praise the NFF for the support to the ministry will give NFF the right to compete." So, good one coming from the minister. Next time around, that as long as you
hope this is not just one of the
them feel happy.
This team should be automatically yes, we not go to the Super Falcon, go to Australia, New Zealand 2023 to play all the tournament, but at least learn a part of the team to understand the young girl and also learn from the experience of the young girl. And I believe that if you also those girls they are not lacking anything, they are matured enough. In terms of experience, they are already getting the experience playing at something. It's also at the world stage.
Yeah.
So there's nothing like a stage fright for the they are just not afraid of any stage fright. Just put
Minister or not government like the
26 next that okay, these things will go to be. Then if whoever succeeds in this time, we'll follow what has already been laid down.
exactly. All right. Well, Auwalu Baba Jada, not good times for him as he has been suspended by the Nigerian Football Federation. Offense that he was well, the allegation was that they overheard him accusing officials, including himself, of aiding, abetting match fixing. But one thing we do in this country is the moment you call out something, notice that he didn't even point fingers and say this is this person. He was just saying, but this is what we know. Is this the right decision for the NFF? Instead of to say, okay, let's put our house in order, ensure that these things are stopped and immediately you suspend him for speaking the obvious truth. So are we saying because he's a member of the IMC, he shouldn't have, made those statements? For me, I think suspending him will not solve the issue. It's better you look at these issues when someone makes this kind of allegation. deal with it in-house and see how can. But whether I would like it or not, these things happen in our football.
I hope they're not suspended. I hope they're not suspend you from talking.
I'm not a member of the IMC.
You're not a member of IMC. They can also, and Nigeria football has the right to suspend anybody that talk negative about sport.
Well,
so basically, you present the sport program, then they come after you. Since you are talking that it's an obvious truth. Well, let's discuss about it. In the whole honesty, I don't like the situation by whereby we don't want to see the red and call it red, and see black and call it black. What is something is white, we say the white.
Simple as that.
If Auwalu Baba allege that, and it is obvious, you can't run away from the fact that this thing actually happens in our football. Okay, what are you talking? For instance, the league management of the fund and league management committee, LMC, the management committee, have even created a forum, a window for club owners, for club officials to buy matches.
Of course.
Okay, in the situations whereby you put officiating referee, a referee that is coming to officiate the match at the mercy of the club.
Yes.
So what do you expect?
They provide for your welfare.
So a club is coming to my home
to
give you
to
officiate a match against a visiting opponent. And the club, the referee that is coming is at the mercy of mine.
Exactly.
Me as a home club. His security is under me, his feeding is under me, his accommodation is under me, his transportation welfare is under me. So everything is built into my. So what are you talking about? I feel not even as Nigerian football is not aware, as a league organizer has not already aided and abated of match fixing. So as a Nigerian, as an African, and as human, when somebody show you a good gesture, there's need to reciprocate.
Of course.
For instance, you come for a home match and the club treated you to all 5-star treatment or everything wanted to like. So no matter how you want to be honest in your judgment in officiating, you get to the pitch, you at least you show some level of sympathy to that club.
Exactly.
So we shouldn't be talking about. I think, in my personal opinion, the Nigeria football are trying to, and Nigeria Football Federation are trying to cover up certain things.
That is what it means.
Because suspending Jada, it means that you are trying to short him.
Exactly.
Not to say more.
That is what it is. And it's like a deterrent to other members also who might want to expose
what happened.
Exactly.
So not to say same, but to say that you are suspending him and saying that, well, let's see what the integrity unit of the Nigeria Football Federation, you see the investigation will be carried out by the integrity unit of the Nigeria Football Federation, what they are going to come out with the report. But to me, it will just this thing happen in our football. But suspending gender from football is an attempt to cover up certain things and not to short him and to short other who may likely to say the same thing.
All right, we'll go on a quick break and when we come back, Sport Orbit continues. Don't go nowhere.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
All right, welcome back from that break. Now to the CAF Women's Champions League. That is where Bielsa Queens coach Domo Okara has blamed missed goal scoring chances for his side's defeat to Mamelodi Sundowns Ladies of South Africa in their CAF Women's Champions League game. The team scored in the last 10 minutes of the game and said his side would have claimed the maximum points if they had been clinical in front of goal. Well, I mean, as always, stating the obvious and everything. Once you don't win a match because you don't score goals. So, but for him, he's saying his side was not, didn't take enough of their chances, and slim victory 2-1 it was, but I think they still have another opportunity of seeing if they can turn it around.
A slim victory, but defeat is always a defeat. You lose all the 3 points. Either it's 5-0 or it's 1-0, or you lose all the 3 points. And they must win the next match tomorrow. Tomorrow they have a match against the TP Mozambique of DR Congo, and it's a must-win match for them. Because anything short of that will put them in a resolution, automatically early elimination from the tournament.
Yeah.
And so Okara and his girls needs to be up and doing, and just like we talked about it yesterday, all the players needs to put the defeat behind them and come out to the park and ensure that they play their game against the team. But one thing we have discovered, just like we said yesterday, is most of those clubs, our Nigerian clubs that are suffering this thing, is all due to our own fault.
Yeah.
Because we can't go in for a competition so when your own league is not active. You are playing with people you are playing against people who are up and run every day. But you are just sitting, your league is not on. So Nigerian Football Federations and the league bodies in this country to hold themselves responsible for what the fate and what our club are suffering in that competition.
Yeah.
But I believe that let's hope that Kara and his girl will be able to do some magic and get the result they needed to stay in the competition, because we have full hope on the Bayelsa Queen. They are one of the brilliant teams in this continent, and they need to show that yes, they are truly a Nigerian champion.
Right now, to some news coming from Qatar's World Cup, where organizers of the World Cup in Qatar are paying group of fans to travel to the tournament, saying they are asking them for positive comments on social media in return. The Supreme Committee for Delivery and Legacy confirmed the policy of inviting group of supporters to the finals as guests after reports by Dutch broadcaster said on Sunday that Qatar was paying for flights and hotels for a group of 50 Dutch fans. In return, these supporters have had to sign a code of conduct urging them to post favorable comments about the tournament on social media and report any offensive, degrading, and abusive comments. Is this not looking like bribing people to speak good about you?
Qatar trying to cover up because of their
human rights
record. So
exactly.
Because of their human rights record, so they are doing all out they're going to ensure that they have a very favorable comment. I think it's an opportunity. Maybe I think just like I hope Nigerian fans who are desperate to go to this World Cup can take this opportunity and go to Qatar and say a whole lot of things. If you recall when the Ukrainian wars and Russia started, a whole lot of Nigerians are offering to go to Ukraine to go and fight for Ukraine. So, but now you have a very veritable opportunities to travel to Qatar, an easy way. So, I think a lot of people who are looking on how to get out of this country will not take this with opportunity to go out of this country and try to Qatar. But if you want to go to Qatar, you have to have at the back of your mind of their human rights record.
Exactly.
If you're not traveling for any reasons, you must be very, very careful.
Very, very careful.
So, but Qatar, they are trying to trying to cover up their human record, and then a whole lot of people have been seen negatively about their human record. They want a favorable record, a favorable comment to pursue them in a positive light.
Yeah. All right, to some other news where Chelsea defender Khalidou Koulibaly has disclosed that he was warned by the Drogba and Gianfranco Fola that he was going to struggle to cope with life in the Premier League. And of course, according to him, he said, I knew I was going to have a hard time, and he has been this way. Even Zola and Drogba had anticipated it would be hard and told me that. I mean, just like it's like that for almost every player when you're coming to yeah, exactly. When you're coming to the Premier League, you always get people telling you that look, this is a very difficult league. You might struggle in this league, so you have to better watch it when you're coming.
It's not even even Nunes confessed.
Yeah, of course, very well. So Suarez told him,
it's not going to find it easy in the EPL. So EPL has always been a very tough league for any club. In the sense that not the saying they are playing negative football. It's the most lucrative and the most entertaining and most competitive league in the world. And it is a league where you have to play more matches. Players in the EPL play more matches than any of their counterparts in the other league. So. And then you have to very struggle, but I think Koulibaly is beginning to fit in gradually.
Yeah, gradually. I mean, it's like that. Sometimes you come, for some players, they come and they hit the ground running. Some, it takes them 1, 2, 3 seasons before they, begin to adapt because, the pace of the Premier League is usually different. The energy, speed, it's very, very different from, other leagues. All right, away from that now, we'll take a look at results of some matches that are played in the Champions League. And of course, give you a preview of some matches that will go down today. Some matches were played yesterday, and of course, some teams finally confirmed their spot in the group of 16, while some others had to drop to the second-tier competition, and while some are completely out of the competition. If the producer has those results, can we look at it quickly? Well, for Tottenham, after being in Europe, Conte bringing them to Europe, but unfortunately they have also dropped to the Europa with that defeat yesterday.
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate. Now they are now joining the like of Arsenal and Man U in the Europa League.
Exactly.
Well, that is fine, and that is for Tottenham, because if you don't play well, you have to be ready to this kind of thing. And then for Liverpool yesterday, trying to show some get a pound of their flesh on the Napoli after the losing
exactly.
lost Napoli
Very well.
4-1 in the first leg, in the first match of the day,
First match.
and now they have to have the pound of their flesh back
2-0.
and give a revenge yesterday 2-0 against Napoli. And if you watch, I don't know if you watch the Bayern Munich,
Bayern
and Inter, the talk of the town and most of the things in the social media is about the handball of Sadio Mane. The Inter Milan fans are complaining that that ought to have been a penalty against Bayern Munich. That time the match was 0-0. But in the post-match preview, when Mane was talking, Mane said if he had not used his hand to block the shot, that means maybe he could have gone to the hospital straight. But luckily for him, everybody thought it was a penalty. But luckily for him, the referee know how to judge me. He won't judge them. But the referee overruled that handball is not a penalty. And like for Mane, he said he has to use his hand to block the shot. If not, he would have landed in the hospital.
Results, please. So of course, for Barcelona, they won that one against Trevisan, but it was a mere formality.
It's insignificant.
Yeah, 4-2. That one ended 4.
And at the same time, Rangers yesterday confirmed their automatically play. I don't know what has happened to Rangers this season. A team that played up to the final of the Europa League last season, coming to the Champions League and lose all 6 matches they play.
Yeah.
Concede 20 goals and score only 2 goals, and they lose all the 6 matches at the group stage of the competition and only score 2 goals and concede 20 goals.
Exactly.
I don't know how the Rangers, Scotland champions, to play shots perform shots cadavers and so.
Hasn't been a good season for them. Like we said, a couple of players left the team and some proper additions were not made, and I think that has affected the team. Well, for Sporting Lisbon, they lost down to Frankfurt. Of course, Porto defeated Atletico 2-1. Atletico 2 not having the best of season so far. Leverkusen and Club Brugge ended that one goalless. Well, we'll take a look at some matches that will also go down today. Of course, the star match for today will be PSG Juventus, although PSG has booked their place already, but I'm sure they'll still want to keep it.
Well, it's a star match, but the match should look like very insignificant because in the sense that Juventus has already and PSG has already confirmed their progression to the next round. So it really doesn't mean. But to me, the most of the match, if you look at the Shakhtar Donetsk and Leeds, both teams still have a chance to qualify for the next round of the competition. While Leeds is probably second on the log, is behind Real Madrid. Is behind Real Madrid with 9 points. While Shakhtar Donetsk is third on the log with 6 points. But on the goal difference, Shakhtar Donetsk has a better goal difference. That's a better goal difference than that means if Shakhtar Donetsk beat Leipzig by any score line, Shakhtar Donetsk will still have the 9 points. But if they beat by any score line, Shakhtar Donetsk will progress to the next round by a better goal difference.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a winner take all ties.
For Chelsea are already through.
And Dynamo Zagreb has already out of even though they beat Chelsea, it doesn't because the result between the Shakhtar Donetsk will automatically eliminate them from the competition. So that doesn't mean anything for them. And then for Man City and Sevilla, it's also another match to watch out. Though Man City has already
Sevilla still have a chance. Yeah, exactly. So this matches. The Madrid match comes up a few hours from now. That's 6:45. The It is, well,
Same thing, Saturday, the next
same thing, yeah, same time actually. And all of those matches, we'll keep an eye on all of those matches and give you a complete review of the results tomorrow.
Even another match that is also going to be very interesting is the Milan.
Yeah, Milan Salzburg, yeah. Rugby Salzburg, yeah.
There is also a winner take all competition, take all match.
exactly.
Because whoever wins will progress to the national
The
league.
next one, yeah, very well, very well. All right. Well, Milan, since they'll be playing at home, should be go guns blazing and ensure that.
You can't see that in football.
Yeah, exactly.
Football
Very different.
Has gone beyond playing at home.
All right, that's for that. And I think Plateau United are supposed to be in action this afternoon.
Against
right here at the Moshood Abiola Stadium.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All the Nigerian fans to come out at the Moshood Abiola Stadium to give the Plateau United all the maximum support so they can progress to the next round, to get to the group stage of the Cup Champions League.
Yeah, I mean, like the coach said, Lechiku said that they'll try to ensure that they score as many goals this time around. That when you score plenty of goals, it's easier to go out there and keep your lead. So we hope that
They'll achieve the feat.
they achieve the feats, at least banging enough goals and ensure that when you go over there, you ensure that you keep the score line.
But Kwara United scored 3 goals and still went away and still get that.
Yeah, maybe it was not enough. Maybe when you say enough, maybe we should looking at 5 or 6-0 if they can achieve that.
Okay.
All right, viewers, it's been nice talking sports with you in the last 30 minutes. Well, and that's where we draw the curtain on today's episode of Sports Orbit. So once again, thank you for being in the studio today again.
Thank you.
Right, until come your way tomorrow again. Do stay safe out there. My name is Apacho, and it's bye for now.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.